Four, three,
Turn it on here.
two.
Turn the one up. I'm up.
Now,
All right, good evening. How are you all doing on a Friday evening? Pastor's tired. Hoping that you had a great and marvelous week. Just want to prepare you and give you a promo of what I will be doing at 7 o'clock on tonight at Cussing Pastor TV.com. Ahmad Arbery, 25 years old, shut down by racists in Brunswick, Georgia. I want to take this another step. There is a group that has come out in support of the killers. Brand new group that this morning when I looked at the group, they had over 37,000 supporters. It's a private page on Facebook, but it listed about 37,000 individuals. So the question becomes, is there a movement still in America that promotes racism? And even though these guys have been arrested, what can we expect at this point? Can we expect a fair trial? Or will we see a repeat of the Trayvon Martin George Zimmerman case? This afternoon, again, bond was denied for the McMichaels. Uh, but in going into court, will there be 12 individuals that they find in the state of Georgia that will find these men guilty? Is there a segment of whites that may be tired of the racism by police officers and whites in that part of the country? Or do you fear that it's just going to be business as usual, that nothing will come from this? We're going to talk about this at 7 p.m. this evening on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. And I surely would love to hear your opinion as people all around the country will be viewing this particular show on tonight. I see Gwen Taylor says that they'll get a slap on the wrist. Brother Futrell, Jeffrey, I see you on the page. What do you think? Do you think that all of this will be just a formality? Because we were so sure. We were so sure that George Zimmerman would be tried, convicted, go to prison for the rest of his life, perhaps even given the death penalty, and none of that came forth. Do you believe that there is a jury of 12 individuals in the state of Georgia that will find these two white men, the father being a former police officer and a lead investigator for the district attorney general's office? Uh, Someone says racism was here before us and be here after us. America is built on racism. I agree with that. Samuel Aldridge is saying always going to be racism, Pastor. We are in captivity. We have two separate we have to separate from them folk. Okay, brother, I hear you saying, let's separate. Where the fuck we going? How we gonna get there? What are we going to use to get there? I mean, that's easily said, brother. Uh, Samuel, it's easy to say that we need to separate ourselves from them. But how do we do it? What is our means of separation? How are we, first of all, where we're going? Where the land that we own? We can't even separate ourselves politically. We are attached to a party that only wants to give us crumbs that fall from the table, and they want us to feel good about their charity that they give black folks. So we can't separate ourselves there. So how do we as a race of people separate ourselves? We don't own nothing. We don't own nothing. If there was a race war in this country Monday morning, if they gave us notice, Monday morning there's going to be a race war in America, white folk against black folk, we have no opportunity to win, no chance to win. Why you say that, Pastor? Well, you don't own nothing to fight with. You don't own a gun factory. You own a bullet factory, a bow and arrow factory, slingshot factory. We own nothing. So in owning nothing, there is nothing that we're going to be able to accomplish on that level. I do say that I believe that the main reason that these two races were arrested on yesterday is because there was a cohesiveness between certain segments of the black community that organized itself to vocalize the fear that these white men were going to go free and that the government, and when I say the government, I'm talking about the state of Georgia, its prosecutors, its district attorneys, were all in bed with these two. I think that the reason that they're in jail is because of the onslaught of calls and communications that were made by black folk. First of all, this thing of protesting, I am so anti-protesting with a damn sign and singing "We shall overcome." I hate that shit. You marching, singing "We shall overcome." I remember that one of the things that I stated during the Trayvon Martin situation is that when everybody went to Florida to protest and march and protest, that when you got there and you were talking about what white folk were doing in that area, when you got your little signs, you bought your cardboard from a white business, you bought your markers from the white business. Uh, so when you got your little teddy bears to go on the post, you bought them from the white people. So the white people were glad to see your ass, Marge, because economically you benefited them. You stayed in their hotels, you went to their service stations. If you want to protest, then the best protest is economics. Tell white folk, I ain't coming to your business. I don't give a damn what I need. I ain't coming to your business. There got to be a black service station somewhere. Let's get our gas there. Let's get our necessities from some black business. And tell white folk, until you do right by us, we ain't gonna spend our money with you. Someone says, Pastor, there are many soldiers who are ready to fight, but we don't have a leader. Well, I hear you saying that. I hear you saying we don't have a leader. I also hear you saying we're ready to fight. What you fighting with? Okay? What we fighting with? Where you gonna get your weapons from? The ones that you already got in your neighborhood? White folk already prepared for your ass. They start training their children from the birth to fight your ass. They out while your ass out there partying all day Saturday and Saturday night, they out on the range. They're practicing survival methods. A leader? Well, you don't have a leader in this country. A black leader? Where? Who? I mean, I surely wish that you'd join me in conversation about this. Those of you who have not joined CussingPastorTV.com, it's only $5 a month or $50 for a year. I wish that you would come on and be a part. See, what I'm trying to do is build, because here's what I see happen. Same thing that happened to me at SVP. They found themselves some niggeroids. They'll plug this up my phone because it's about to go out. They found themselves some niggeroids over at SVP that I found out had got government loan last year and was probably going to ask for some more money this year, and told them Negroes that we got to do something about Thaddeus Matthews. That nigga crazy. Shit, that nigga telling niggas not to do business with us good white people. And we gonna make sure y'all be all right, but you got to get rid of that nigga. So you tell that nigga that he can't do his shows live no more. And so you got a tape show. And we're going to go through his tape shows before they air. And if there's something in there that we don't want said or we don't want to get out, we don't air that show. You can keep on telling him there's something wrong with the station. That's the bullshit that happened to me. So I had to create my own. Thus far, we've got a couple of thousand people who have subscribed. It's made a little money off the little $5 and $50. But bigger than that, we must have a line of communications. When in a war, and I ain't never been in there, I've been a draft dodger because it was too many folk I'd like to kill over here. Ain't no need me going over across the walls and killing none of them peoples. But in reading about combat and reading about war, that the first thing that they destroy is your line of communications. They know they can't buy me. They know they can't boss me. They can't dictate to me and tell me what I can and can't say. Because I'll tell you, fuck you. And the wound that you came around of. So we've got to have our own lines of communication to keep our story going. Because nobody is going to tell our story but us. The white man has no desire to tell our story. And why should he? Why should the white man tell our story? You be at the range, you're a former Marine. You can't kill and I'm listening, I'm reading what you're saying you're a Ranger, you're a former Marine. You can't kill up all the white people by yourself. Damn. Okay? Man, I mean, that's great. But you can't kill up all the white folk by your damn self. And if you think that white folk don't have a plan, you crazy as hell. We need to be united. In the 70s, black people had more confidence in themselves. They did. That was a different type of Negro now than we have now. See, those of you that were born in the 70s, You won't listen to those of us that were trying to make a difference in the 70s. You think we old and fogey, and many of you think that racism does not exist. You think that the white man loves you. He who oppresses you will not deliver you. Why should the white man allow you to go free? He will deal with you. He will use you. Hell, y'all great laborers. Y'all were great in the warehouse. Y'all carry some great boxes. Y'all some strong ass folks. Woo! Some of you so strong you carry 2 boxes. You go out there to Mr. Fred Smith's plantation and you're excited about being out there. Yeah, you're excited about being in the warehouse while they're wearing your ass out. Mm. We must formulate an agenda. I was listening last week as a couple of weeks ago when Pete Diddy was talking about not voting for Biden just based on the fact that you hate Donald Trump, but what is his agenda? And some of the personalities, D.L. Hughley and a few others came out against him. I said Pete Diddy is correct. Okay. I say he's correct. What the fuck I'm gonna give Biden my vote for, and you haven't told me what you're gonna do for me? Sam, here goes Sam again. Be confident, Pastor. Come on. No, I be real, man. Fuck being confident. I'm full of confidence. But you can't fight white folk with just your damn mouth and an idea. If there is a war, man, you've got to be able to fight. Not talk your way, but fight. We don't own a motherfucking thing, brother. How come you can't comprehend that? You a Marine. Fuck being a Marine. They got some Marines. Hell, they got some folk in the Air Force and own some damn planes that could drop bombs, grenades, whatever the fuck they want to drop on us. We don't own shit. And until we get to the place that we own something and strategize and able to put a strategy in place, we can't win. You can't win. You can't win. Well, it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this, and I wish that you join in conversation with me. You got an idea, you got a strategy. Then what is it? We can't even come together here in Memphis, Tennessee. We can't. They have distracted the country and especially the African American community, black community, wherever you want to be, with the coronavirus. That's the only conversation. The coronavirus. They're leading you to believe that everybody is dying right now. You're dying from the coronavirus, and many of the folks that's dying ain't even been checked out. I gave you information the other day from a senator in Minnesota who's also a doctor that says that the American Medical Association is signing off on death certificates because you get $13,000 for the hospital gets $13,000 for everyone that goes in and they die from the coronavirus, or you get $13,000 for just going in, $39,000 if you're on a ventilator. It's profit, it's greed, but we're led to believe everything that CNN, ABC, CBS say. But when we go back and look at Ahmaud Arbery, this brother was killed February 23rd. And these white boys thought that they were free. They were gung ho. They knew the prosecutors. They knew the police. Fuck, he just another dead nigga. Fuck that nigga. We can kill us another one. What you say, when the Walker person I feel that the white man has us by the balls? He ain't got me by man. I can reach down here and grab my own balls. Ain't no hands down here holding my balls but me. If I reach down here right now, I can shake them in my hand, my damn self. White man ain't got me by the balls. We living from paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, haven't we always lived from paycheck to paycheck? That don't mean that the white man got you by your balls. The white man can't grab your balls unless you let him get your balls. He can't have my balls. I'm going to hold on to my balls myself. They feel better in my hand than they feel in the white man's hand. Now I got a big set of balls. Take both hands to hold them. I ain't going to let the white man grab me by my balls. And I'm not going to let none of these handkerchief-head, water-carrying Negroes get my balls either. Because see, what happens is, when the white man can't get you by the balls, he send one of these token Negroes to hold your balls. That's the reason a lot of these Negroes in high places in the city don't deal with me, because you can't have my balls. You can't have my balls. I'm not going to let you have my balls. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They mine. God gave me my balls. I'm not going to share my balls with you. And when black men started standing up, somebody sent me a video a little while ago. You niggas in line trying to get some motherfucking tennis in the goddamn rain. If y'all ain't the most ignorant motherfuckers in the world, you unemployed, you laid off, and you got your ass. I don't know what it was. It looked like it was Frazier where they ate their asses. You in a goddamn line getting some tennis in the rain in shorts. Damn. And you talking about us having a plan? We ain't got no motherfucking plan because we ain't got no damn sense. You ain't paid your damn rent this month. Getting some damn tenants. Well, I guess it'd be good when your ass gotta walk up and down the street because they're gonna evict your ass at some point. Or you walk with a candle around the house because you ain't paid your utility bill. You took the stimulus money and did something else with it. Ignorant motherfuckers. How the fuck you gonna stand in the rain in times like these, in economic hard times like these, but you want some tennis? And on the little tape, somebody said, they said I ain't got no more shoes. No, nigga, I ain't got no more shoes. Now you ready to steal some of somebody's foot. What size your tennis, man? 12? That's what I wear. Unasked them tennis. But when it comes election time, your ass ain't gonna get in no line to vote. No matter who you're voting for. But that white man got you so pegged, boy. That white man knows who you are. You just a damn consumer. You don't own shit. You don't want shit. Just stand in the goddamn line. And I'm sorry, I don't do lines of no kind. I went in one of my favorite places to eat yesterday. Had a line coming out the door. I ain't gonna eat here. Because I don't do lines. That's me. You up it. I may be. I looked and went somewhere else where they didn't have no line. But look, join me. I'm not going to do the show now. It's getting going on 6 o'clock. I got to rest my balls. Let me put me some hand sanitizer on my hands. Practice social distancing. You about 6 feet from me, there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're about 6 feet from me. You know, Sunday morning though, I'm preaching my ass off. I don't give a shit. Sunday morning, Naked Truth, Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 10 a.m. at 10:08 East McLemore. My sermon for Mother's Day is, now that's a real mother for you. That's this Sunday's message. Next Sunday's message is going to be a little controversial. Where he gonna go with that? And I got it from a squirrel. I swear for God I did. I got it from a squirrel that I think he probably lives up in the attic of this building. Uh, the squirrel, I was sitting there, me and Dale one day, and here our squirrel observed. And the squirrel, he don't get scared when I guess he know I'm the right one for to be here now. And the squirrel was on the ground, had a whole bunch of nuts. And what the squirrel did was, I looked at it because I became amazed at the sense that God gives animals. You notice, with all, wait a minute, let me put a point in the story. Dale,
Yes.
how many birds and squirrels have you heard of that died of the coronavirus?
None.
So if it's airborne,
When they in the air,
so the birds can't get no coronas.
they have immunity.
They already fought. They what?
They have immunity.
They got immune from it. Look like the birds ought to be falling out the damn sky. Pigeons every damn one. But anyway, let me go back to the squirrel. The squirrel uh, had a whole lot of nuts. And I was watching that squirrel. I said, what are you doing? Because he wasn't far from the truck. He wasn't running. He dig a little hole, put a nut in the hole, cover the nut up. Look around to see if any other squirrels were looking. He hop a little further, dig another hole, put another nut there. And he did this 4 or 5 times. He never put all his nuts in the same place. He was preparing for a day that he might get hungry and he needed a nut. Sometimes you just need to know where your nuts are. He was providing. So next Sunday, I'm going to talk about be careful where you lay your nuts. And I got that from that squirrel. Be careful where you lay your nuts. All right, look, let me get off here so I can rest, give me some water and stuff. Did you make me some water today, some fruit water?
I left it.
Huh?
I left it.
You left it? The hell I'm going to drink? I got to drink regular old water today from Kroger's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Join me at 7 p.m. If you have not gotten your subscription. Because I'm not going to be doing the show on Facebook or any of the social media pages. Join me at 7 o'clock, cussingpastortv.com. Go and pay your little $5. Maybe you want to pay $50 for the year. So this is it. I'm building my own network. Okay? CussingPastorTV.com. Go right now. Take your card. Y'all got your unemployment today and got whatever it is that you got. Go ahead on. It's only $5. I'll see y'all at 7 p.m. How you forget